Hello friends, welcome to CDL. In this series, we will learn how much knowledge user should know for CATIA, CAA and CATIA Development. So we will see the basic of CATIA here. From basic to advanced, we will go one by one. So whenever user open CATIA, by default product structure workbench will be open. So if user wants to create any part or any sketch, user has to go with part workbench or sketch workbench. We will see that one by one. Before that, I will explain here the basic structure, how CATIA looks, what are the options in CATIA, how much workbench here. So first of all, I'll show you here. User has to go start. Here you will see one by one workbench. So in infrastructure, we will see product structure, material library, CATIA V4, catalog editor, Delmia, photo editor, photo studio. In mechanical design, part design, assembly design, sketcher, product function and tolerancing annotation, weld design, mold, structural design, draft. So these are the workbenches, part design, assembly design, sketcher. Many users, they come up with question like how much knowledge we should know as a CA developer. Mainly CA developer will focus maximum area he should aware about this part design, assembly design, sketcher, drafting, generative shape design. It will come under the shape workbench. It will come here shade, generative shade design. These are the workbench at least developer should know. He should aware about these workbenches. Okay, so we will not go here. We will not cover analysis and simulation and machining. Obviously, there also we can do implementation. There also we can do customization in prismatic machining, lathe machining, surface machining. So I work here in prismatic machining. I created one tool where it will give all the details of that machining. I did that in CA. We can do in digital mockup also here in machining simulation, NC machining tool simulation. But that is not that much required as of now. We as a CA developer, obviously we don't need to go in depth as or advanced CATIA. But if user knows advanced CATIA, then well and good. If he don't know, at least he should know the basic things for each workbenches. So basically, we are focusing on mainly part design, assembly design, drafting, and here in shape design we'll see generative shape design. So these are the four major areas the CA developer should know as a moderate level, not the basic but moderate. And other thing is like I explained here in machining, lathe machining, prismatic machining, digital mockup, and here machining simulation, NC machining tool. So these, if user knows these basic things, then it's well and good. Okay, so I'll show you one by one options. We will see here CATIA structure, how user interface here in CATIA, what are the options. Go to file, here you can create a new file. Here it will ask in which workbench you want to work. Here it will ask here analysis workbench, catalog document, here GSM drafting and part knowledge. So you have to select and you can start work. I'll show you here just for simple example. I will select here part design. Once user select part design, just click OK. As of now, I'll not give any part name. Just for I'll put as it is default part 1. And here are all are the options. Enable hybrid designs, create geometric set if you want to create a new geometric set, or create order geometrical set. Here are these options. I'll keep by default. I'll click OK. So we come up here in part workbench. You see, we are in part workbench. How we come to know we are in workbench or not, part design workbench or not. Here you see at top right, I just hold my cursor there in top right. So it's showing part design. You will come to know here in which workbench you are. It will show here. If we have already any cat part and if you want to open, so you can just click open here. and you can search wherever you store your CAD part. You can just click and open here. So these are the edit. As of now, nothing here because we don't have open any workbench. In view, here it's showing toolbar, which toolbar we want here. Suppose we have any custom toolbar, which toolbar should visible here. You have options, just click. I will show you here 3dx device. So it's showing this like this. Okay, so if we have any custom toolbar, if you create any add-in, if we create any custom command, so here we will get the option here in toolbar here. And which workbench, just we have to click there, check option, you will see. And here the command list, all commands you will get here: tree, reframe on, reorder children, reorder element, repeat, reset compass. So these are the options by default Dassault system provided. All these are the commands list. So if you want to use anything, you will go like this also, just click OK. We'll see next option here. Go to insert. We don't have anything, any open any workbench, so nothing is there. We'll come here in tools. In tools here, image capture. If you want to capture any image, here album. If you want to create any video, these are the options. So macro is nothing but the set of codes. So whatever we are doing in, suppose user doing any manually, he is creating any part or any module. So at that time, if you click on this start recording, so code will generate in VBA or VB.NET. So you will come to know, with the help of that we can use VB customization also, that is called CATIA automation. We will see these things in later in our next video, how to do CATIA automation with the help of Visual Basic Editor. So here utility, customization, options, standards, this I'll show you in options what is there. What we will cover here, those are the important things for us, these options. So here in general, infrastructure, mechanical design, shape design, I'll show you one by one. In general here, so which user interface style you want. Suppose I want P1X, so I'll show you. It asking me restart CATIA to take modification into your account. I'll show you. I'll restart in 1 minute. I will show you how it looks. I'll close CATIA and I will open new. Okay. Here in PX1, it looks structure like this. We were in options. I will show you this third option, P3, how user interface looks like. I will show you here. We will close CATIA and we will open once again. For P3 CATIA user interface, it looks like this. Okay, it looks like a 3D, and this grid will be the visible in P3 user interface. But I have, most of the user have habit to use this P2 structure, so we will shift to P2. Just click and close and restart your CATIA. You see, we are in user interface P2. This is the data save, not automatically backup every 30 minutes. These are the options by default, so don't change these options. Whatever is the important things, I will explain here one by one. Here in shareable product, which license you want, you can select here from shareable product, and here from licensing you can select whichever license is required. You can select license from this licensing. I have selected ESD2 and EMD2, those two licenses I selected here. Obviously I don't need to select all the licenses, so that's why I have unchecked all except these two. So maybe question come up, what is difference between this shareable and licensing? So suppose we have limited licenses and other workbench leader, other user also they are using. For example, we are selected here already. For example, we selected ESD2 license and we have suppose limited license SD2, but all user wants to use. So how we can use? See, so user will select from shareable product. Once user select shareable product, it will be that license will fetch at that time, and once user close CATIA, license will release. But whenever user select from licensing, at that time that license will fetch permanently. So like for example here I already selected SD2 license, so it will always check in my system. So here in macro, we don't have any macros right now, we don't have any libraries. So even in all libraries we don't have anything, we didn't create any macro, so that's why it's not showing. Here are the options: default editor, cat script, msvba or msvb script. So these things we will see in next video. So don't change here anything, keep default whatever may be here. Which are the important things I will explain: parameter and measure. So in knowledge, we obviously we whenever user open any assembly, any part, so at that time it should be visible their parameters value and value. So I will suggest check these options and click OK. So maybe some people will ask question: if we check and if you close CATIA, again this will go? No, this will not go. Once you check here, it will permanently say, once you check and click OK, it will save permanently in CAD settings. So until and unless when you uncheck, these settings will not be changed. So right now we are in infrastructure. So inside infrastructure, you see this is the part infrastructure. Under the part of infrastructure, whatever the we need, so those things we will check. So I will keep by default, I don't want anything to change here. In display we will see, obviously suppose in our assembly parameter defined is there, any parameter. So if this option is unchecked means it will not show. So better to check these options: parameter. In when creating part, suppose you want to whenever you try to create part, you want to create new axis system or new geometrical system, geometrical set. At that time, if you want new geometrical set, you can create here. You can check, I'll show you this option also. So by default this is the unchecked options: create an axis system, create geometrical set, create order geometrical set, create 3D work support. So this is in part document. I will show you how it looks when we create any part, and after checking how it created, I will show those options. Right now I will uncheck this one, I will close. I will not set anything, so this is the default setting. I will close and we will create new part. So new part document, you see here only we have plane and part body. These we have only these options. But when we check that option, we will go to tools, options. Here we were in infrastructure. Under the work infrastructure, part structure. Okay, in part workbench, you can confirm here wherever we are in part workbench or assembly workbench. So I will check this option: create an axis system, create a geometrical set, create an order geometrical set. I will click OK. Once we click OK, these options will set in CAD settings. Now we can create a new part. I will close this one. So by default this was the previous one. I will create one more new part. Let's see. So here is the difference. You see, in axis system, one new axis system created, that is absolute axis system, and here in part body it's coming under the it's coming order geometrical set. I will show you the difference. I hope you guys understood this difference. So we were in tools, options and infrastructure, part workbench, and I checked here these three options. Close these things. Now we will go to windows. So here we have option: new window, tile horizontally, tile vertically, cascade. As of now we have two part open, part 1 and part 2. So I will click vertically and I will show you how it looks. So it looks like this. You see, this is the difference. Before selecting options from tools, before selecting these three options, when user create a new part, it looks like this. We don't see any axis system or geometrical set. We will get only part body and plane. But here, when we check these three options, create new axis system, create an axis system. So this is the axis system created. You see, this is the axis system newly created. We have second option. We selected second option, create a geometrical set. So here is the new geometrical set created. You see, here is the new geometrical set created, and this is the this is the third option, create an order geometrical set. So this is the order geometrical set, new order geometrical set created under the part body. I hope you guys understood basics of CATIA user interface.